community. Now CoinMarketCap XRP is at around 81 cents. It seems like XRP is one of the very few coins that's in the green today. In the sea of red, guys. Look at that. Wow. Again, when XRP does go, it's going to be one of the few coins, guys, that goes parabolic straight vertical. But now, guys, before we jump into this, I'm not financial advisor, no financial advice, just value. Only digital asset investors tweet out planned long ago. The SpaceX XRP wallet has some very interesting transaction history. These accounts at quick glance have hundreds of millions of XRP flowing through them, maybe even into the billions, right? There we go. Look at that, guys. It all ties in with this right here. Now, this is pretty interesting. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal with Elon Musk in 1999. This was planned long ago. PayPal Galactic announced in 2013. Same year, Thiel's founders fund invests in Ripple to build a better Bitcoin, Internet of Value. Will you listen to this?
Network. And that's the kind of choice governments like China, India, some of these other countries are going to face. They will either have to shut down telecommunications network and make it illegal for you to own a cell phone, or they will have to basically give up the kind of monetary sovereignty they've had and the enormous power that they've been able to wield as a result of this kind of sovereignty over the last many years. And I think this process is already full-fledged. The dollarization worldwide is going to be accelerated enormously by the technology. Now, the second theme is a little bit more speculative, and that is that getting rid of money altogether, going from digital dollars, from any kind of government-backed currency, to purely private currencies. And what a private currency, what private money, I think, fundamentally means is that there is no medium of exchange. You exchange value for value, rather than exchanging value for something the government says has value for value. And whenever you have this intermediate step of the government saying something has value, that's where you have the subterfuge, the sort of legerdemain come in, the game of musical chairs, where every now and then a chair gets pulled out, and it turns out that you're the one holding a dollar bill that's all of a sudden become worth a little bit less. And the kind of exchange of value for value, the classic model would have been some sort of a barter model. That obviously has enormous transaction costs associated with it. These transaction costs go down in a digital age. And the kind of model that I think is the most likely to take place is one where we have other kinds of financial instruments that are very, very liquid. The one I would cite in the UN disagreement, it's a disagreement on emphasis, is I don't think the big fights on this are going to be fought in Washington, D.C. I think that, actually, for all the reasons Richard cited, the people in D.C. are completely backwards. They don't understand any of the technology, and even to the extent they can, it can't be stopped. You cannot stop things on the level of Washington, D.C. in terms of shutting down these encryption protocols, things like that.
It can't be stopped, Gary, right? At the end of the day, these people are definitely in the know. Now, guys, there's the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is called white. Interesting. David Schurz to tweet out one ring to troll them all, right? Again, a lot of different tweets recently. If you go to the next tweet from John, look at this, guys. Remember, the connection is being made, possibly, from Elon Musk, right? He literally posted XRP being #1, guys, to Bitcoin pairing, if I'm not mistaken. One coin to rule them all. Again, if this isn't a confirmation, then I don't know what is. But if you go to Mr. Pool's tweet, he did post this the other day. You guys can see the roller coaster. Now, someone did point out we're not at the tippy top right here, right? We're about there, guys, almost there. Again, it does possibly leave us some room for these stocks, possibly cryptocurrencies, to go further up before a big drop, which ties in with this. When the ride ends, what would happen if the markets crashed, right? Someone did point out, what about the inverse of it? So who knows, at the end of the day, possibly double meanings. If you go to Danny Dark's tweet, Mr. Poole posting the newest The Economist cover, when the ride ends, in case you needed any further confirmation. Now look at this, guys. This is how we know. See, up a hill and down a mountain, right? Possibly. Johnny Tesla's tweet out seems relevant now. Again, we have been seeing quite a few roller coasters recently. Feels like we are about here. Interesting, isn't it, guys? Now, if you go to Data Trader Suite, well, you have two tools, rates and print money. So it's a no on rates. So the question is, what will take place with the interest rates, right? Are they going to hike it or whatnot? That's going to determine whether we have this, where is it? Huge crash up on the horizon. Why? Because ECB's Lagarde says hasty rate hike wouldn't solve inflation problem. Isn't that interesting, right? Christine Lagarde. So possibly the music doesn't stop as of yet, guys. Who knows what's going to take place? We have to wait for the Fed, right? Riddles to tweet out, just waiting, but remember, Baba Cooks knows, as we see right here. Again, dark December, right? Trump, IMF, ECB announced XRP by 3-day come. If you go here, Be ready for the most historic economic collapse ever. Nothing can stop what's coming. If you have paper money, store it for XRP and silver. Right now, all banks are using XRP, and before the 20th, they'll be live. They are ready for the crash, right? So is that the case, guys? Are we waiting for this crazy crash up on the horizon, right? Or no, collapse, and then these people are ready to buy up everything, and then it's finally good to go. Now, NCJ Rothschild just tweet out, is this a castle? Russia's set to recognize crypto as a form of currency, right? Isn't that interesting, right? Currency. Look at that. If you go down here, looks like a ship, right? There we go. A lot of similarities, a lot of connections are being made right there. Now, XP Phoenix is tweet out, first Ripple is announced as being part of the Digital Pound Foundation, and now they are a gold supporting member of the Digital Euro Association. XRP is king this year. Wait until you see it all reflect on price. Again, guys, look at that. Isn't that insane? We're going to be talking about all of this in today's next video, right? Wow. Again, look at that. Gold supporting member, by the way. If we go here again from XP Phoenix, following 103. Isn't that insane? Guys, these people love using numbers, don't they? 13, right? Crazy stuff. Now, Baba Cooks is tweet out, the time is nigh, February 22 to March 22, as we see right here. Again, the check mark is literally up on the horizon, guys. All sums equal 13. As we have always said, regardless of duality, only one finality. Isn't that insane, guys? Again, seems like these things are up on the horizon. Maybe a loop, possibly, right? Now, if we go to Albatross tweet, the chains are broken at 246, which is 2/22/2022, right? Which is the check mark on that date as well for the Riddler timeline. Again, a lot of interesting stuff to say the least, which is done. Now, Belgister tweet out, extension equal biding time again. So basically, that's how it's taking place, guys. The SEC has been, getting granted for more extensions, right? Which means they're waiting, right? It's planned, waiting for the world to be in a specific way. Again, that's what's taking place, guys. The world isn't yet ready for the Ripple case to conclude, so they have to keep extending it. Now, again from NCJ Rothschild, the SEC case is delayed because the world isn't ready yet for a new digital monetary system with a neutral bridge currency. So again, this is how we know the world will be ready when the case concludes, guys. But if you're waiting for that time, you're going to be left out behind. Uh-oh. There we go. Now, Alter Vigo Sweeto, Ides of March. Look at this. Just in, El Salvador finance minister says their Bitcoin bonds to be issued as soon as March 15th. Right? March 15th. Where else have we heard that date, guys? Again, it's absolutely insane how all these things connect, right? It seems like everything is interconnected some way, somehow. Again, we have that as well. Crazy stuff, honestly. Almighty Jada Sweeto, what would be hysterical is if the crash meant exchanges. Everyone who sold to buy or kept everything on there, then boom, all gone. So I did see this one time Binance was trending for hashtag Binance is a scam or something. Again, guys, these exchanges are very shady. If you need a ledger, I do have a affiliate link down in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and buy one. Do not leave your coins on these exchanges because we know what they are up to, right? So be careful out there. Luminary is tweet out, this upcoming XRP crash will either destroy or create the new or the world's next elite, right? So guys, remember, most will sell either too early or before it even begins. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. Now, we have a few tweets from Baba Cooks, right? The digital euro is right above February 22. Baba is always 589 steps ahead. Look at this. February 22, right? Check. Look at that. Wow, right? If we go here, it all connects, guys. It all connects. Now, if we go up here, the fountain for today's video comes from Baba Cooks. Always remember, Ripple announcement joining the digital euro occurred exactly 13 months and 22 days after the SEC case was announced. If that doesn't tell you something, nothing will. Again, 13/22. Wow. Moon, quote unquote, moon date, guys. Again, it seems like all these events, right? All these announcements, everything is pre-planned ahead of time. On when they announce, on when everything happens. which seems mind-boggling at the end of the day. But anyways, that's all. If you guys are interested in this video, if you guys please like, subscribe, isn't it? And you guys, see ya.